Thank you. Okay, here's another question, and Kelly, you get to be the first one to answer this question. This one is, what changes or developments do you want to see in Menlo Park during the next 8 years? In other words, what should Menlo Park look like in the year 2020?
Thank you. Well, we've really laid a fantastic foundation in the downtown. We've been repairing the infrastructure, the lighting. Thanks very much. Betty Meisner is in the audience, and her husband has played a great role, she and her husband, in helping us as partners to fix the infrastructure. We got to fix the infrastructure, and now we're at a point where we can beautify. On the El Camino, we've already had quite a bit of interest for development. John Arriaga has come in and is proposing a mixed-use development that is within the envelope that the City Council and the community defined for the El Camino corridor. And there's a couple of other developments in the works there, so I would like to see those. I'd like to see the bike tunnel that connects Burgess to Middle in place. And we need rezoning of the Willow Hamilton area to make that more attractive for businesses. That's the next key land use issue.
Thank you, Kelly. Catherine, what do you want to see Menlo Park look like in the year 2020?
2020. I would like to see Menlo Park complete some of the bike routes that we have, making sure that we have sustainable routes to schools and safety for our children as well as our adults who ride bikes and get alternative ways of commuting across our town. I want to see a thriving downtown where people from Palo Alto come to our town to have dinner, and where we have a wonderful strip of El Camino that is both inviting and providing revenues for the city as people pass through. I would like to see us develop that in such a way that it does not exacerbate traffic and that we deal with traffic in reasonable ways as our city expands. And I'd like to see us streamlining the permitting and process so that it becomes more of a business-friendly place in Menlo Park, and where we encourage businesses to expand and where businesses really want to come and be in Menlo Park. Thank you.
Thank you. Carolyn, what is your vision for Menlo Park? What changes or developments do you want during the next 8 years?
The changes I would like to see, I'd like to see the blight removed from downtown and Belhaven. Sorry about that. I'd like to see the blight removed from downtown and Belhaven. I'd like more community activities that cross the east-west dividing line. I'd like to see more biking in the community and less cars and alternative ways of transportation for seniors so that they can still be active and outdoors. I'd like to join the rest of the cities that have created the Grand Boulevard and bring it all the way down to Menlo Park so that people and visitors will be happy to come down and see the downtown and the activities here. And then finally, I'd like to see Belhaven with basic amenities that tie into Facebook's West Campus so that we have the services well needed over there. Thank you.
Thank you, Carolyn. Ray.
Well, my vision for the city 8 years from now would include an infrastructure for electric cars. It would include a diversified M2 area, which is our industrial area east of 101. That actually, where we're not dependent on one sector, but we actually bring in different types of manufacturing and industry so that if the economy goes down in one sector, we still have a revenue base that'll support our city and continue to provide jobs for our residents. I really like to see like other candidates, a downtown that's thriving, but that's also walkable. That's something that where there's a healthy interaction between the residents and the community. And then there's something that also I'd like to do, and that's I'd like to see top-of-the-line education brought to the Belhaven community and to the children there. Absolutely. And to the extent that the Menlo Park City Council can go ahead and support that, that's something I'd like to help work on. Really what it comes down to is I'd like to see our council support the innovation that is possible in our proximity to Stanford and the venture capital firms that we have here. I don't think we're fully taking advantage of that now.
Thank you. All right. Dave, your turn.
In the next years, that's an interesting number, the 8 years that you chose. I know the downtown specific plan took about 5 years, and one of the recent developments took about 6 years on El Camino to get through. I think that should be ample time for us to handle all the blight that we do have in El Camino Real. One of the things that I want to do is on council, I want to reach out to the community, and I want to challenge everybody, and I want to invite you basically to help retain and support small businesses in our town. If we can join together and basically spend our money here, spend our time here, and the reason I say this is, you know, my wife and I, my wife's in the audience, on a Friday or Saturday night when we want to go out for a date, there are wonderful restaurants in Menlo Park, but we need the rest of that whole nightlife feel in the lit up avenue to come out and see our downtown area. We enjoy eating here, but sometimes if there's nobody out, we'll go to Palo Alto and walk around. We want to have that feeling here in our town, where when we go out at nighttime, we want to stay in Menlo Park.
Okay, thank you.